Welcome to today's video. Today we'll dive into the life and predictions of one of the most intriguing figures in history, Nostradamus. Many of Nostradamus's prophecies for the future seem to have come true, and he's often credited with foreseeing significant world events centuries in advance. If you've ever wondered about his prophecies for the future, especially 2025, or the truth behind his predictions, stay with us as we explore Nostradamus's story, his predictions that seem to have come true, and how skeptics view his work. Who was Nostradamus? Nostradamus was born Michel de Nostradamus on December 14, 1503, in Saint-Rémy-de-Provence, France. He was a 16th century physician, astrologer, and seer. He originally gained recognition for his medical work, treating victims of the deadly plague. However, he's best known for his cryptic poetic quatrains in his most famous book, Les Prophecies, published in 1555, which many believe contain prophetic insights into future events. During the 16th century, there was strict censorship, religious wars, and inquisitions. Living in this time of religious and political upheaval, Nostradamus found it necessary to write his predictions in cryptic, metaphorical quatrains. The use of quatrains as a form of poetic expression was common during Renaissance Europe, especially if the author was intending his works to convey esoteric or prophetic messages. As Nostradamus was deeply influenced by astrology, his writings often incorporated astrological symbols and predictions. This allowed the work to be understood by those familiar with astrology and able to interpret possible meanings. Due to the cryptic and symbolic style of his writings, Nostradamus's work has remained relevant over the centuries. The poetic nature of the quatrains allowed them to be passed down over time, and as the years passed, even evolved in meaning and interpretation. Nostradamus's work has been a source of fascination and mystery for centuries. Let's look at some of his prophecies that many believe came true. The Great Fire of London, 1666. Nostradamus wrote about a burning fire in London that many believe refers to the devastating fire of 1666. His quatrain described, "The blood of the just will be lacking in London, burnt by fire in 3 times 20 plus 6. The phrase 3 times 20 plus 6 can be interpreted as a mathematical reference. In this interpretation, 3 times 20 equates to 60, and adding 6 gives us 66. Thus, 3 times 20 plus 6 could mean 66, which is understood to refer to the year 1666, the exact year of the Great Fire of London. This event destroyed a large part of the city, aligning with what Nostradamus described over a century earlier. The rise of Napoleon and Hitler. Several quatrains are thought to predict the rise of 2 influential leaders who brought significant change and destruction to Europe. One of the quatrains commonly believed to refer to Hitler is quatrain 2:24. Beasts ferocious from hunger will swim across rivers. The greater part of the region will be against the Hister. The Great One will cause it to be dragged in an iron cage when the German child will observe nothing. Nostradamus mentions Hister, which some interpret as a reference to Hitler. Although Hister might also refer to the Latin name for the Danube, Nostradamus's writings mention events that resonate with details of Hitler's rise in Europe. The phrase iron cage and the German child evoke a militaristic image that many believe points to Nazi Germany and Hitler's expansion across Europe. Nostradamus's quatrains that are often associated with Napoleon appear to describe a powerful, ambitious leader coming from Italy and expanding his influence widely. Here is one example. Quatrain 160. An emperor shall be born near Italy, who shall cost the empire dearly. They will say, with what people he keeps company, he will be found less a prince than a butcher. This quatrain is thought to reference Napoleon Bonaparte, who was born on the island of Corsica, near Italy, in 1769. The term butcher could be a reference to the devastation and heavy losses during his military campaigns across Europe, which had a significant impact on France. The Kennedy assassinations. Nostradamus is believed by many Nostradamus enthusiasts to have foretold the assassinations of both US President John F. Kennedy and his brother, Senator Robert Kennedy. One such possible prediction is in Quatrain 126. The great man will be struck down in the day by a thunderbolt, an evil deed foretold by the bearer of a petition. According to the prediction, another falls at night time. Conflict at Rheims, London, and a pestilence in Tuscany. This quatrain is often linked to the assassination of John F. Kennedy, who was shot in Dallas, Texas during the day. The thunderbolt may symbolize a sudden violent attack. The phrase, "another falls at nighttime," is believed to refer to Robert F. Kennedy, who was assassinated in Los Angeles, California at nighttime. The conflict at Rheims, London, and a pestilence in Tuscany may refer to the turmoil in the world during the time of the assassinations. Another compelling argument that Nostradamus may have predicted the assassination of President John F. Kennedy is Quatrain 637. The ancient work will be accomplished, and from the roof evil will fall on the great man. They will accuse an innocent of the deed, the guilty one hidden in the misty woods. The phrase, "and from the roof evil will fall on the great man," is thought to reference the fact that Kennedy was shot while traveling in an open-top car by a shooter who was in an elevated position in a nearby building. The lines, "They will accuse an innocent of the deed, and the guilty one hidden in the misty woods," refers to the theory that the shooter, Lee Harvey Oswald, was either wrongly accused or part of a larger conspiracy in which Oswald had been made the scapegoat. Now let's dive into Nostradamus's potential predictions for 2025, a year some interpret as pivotal in his work. Some of the most talked about interpretations include references to major flooding, the rise of a powerful new leader or empire, and hints at a technological breakthrough that could influence consciousness or the perception of reality. Although Nostradamus's predictions are famously cryptic, several modern interpretations give insight into what he might have foreseen. A new global superpower and shift in leadership. Nostradamus wrote of changing leadership and turbulent political times, with shifts that may bring unexpected countries or leaders into power. For 2025, some interpretations suggest emerging global powers could challenge traditional ones, potentially altering alliances and sparking geopolitical unrest. A new leader is said to rise from a deep blue, potentially symbolizing authority or dominance emerging from chaotic situations, which might reflect power shifts on a global scale. The year is also anticipated to bring a wave of transparency as long-hidden secrets and truths are revealed, potentially challenging established governments and sparking unrest, environmental and climate challenges. Nostradamus frequently referenced natural disasters, including floods, fires, and droughts. For 2025, some interpreters suggest he predicted worsening climate conditions and extreme weather events. This could be a reference to the increasing instances of hurricanes, wildfires, and flooding, which are global issues predicted to escalate if climate change remains unmitigated. Advances in technology and artificial intelligence. Could Nostradamus's vague mentions of visions of glass or mirrors be meant to reference a new age of AI, augmented reality, or other advanced technologies that could redefine how humans interact with each other and the world around them? Many interpreters suggest that Nostradamus alluded to major advancements in technology, such as artificial intelligence and biotechnology. This interpretation suggests that 2025 could be marked by significant developments that redefine humanity's relationship with technology. Along with the developments of technology come predictions of a cyber revolt, where global financial systems and communication networks could face unprecedented digital threats. These predictions bring to light Nostradamus's foresight on societal vulnerabilities. Rise in social and spiritual movements. Nostradamus often referred to shifts in philosophy and spirituality, pointing to future eras of enlightenment or new religious or philosophical movements. For 2025, some believe that growing interest in spiritual awakening or changes in traditional belief systems could signal a collective desire for peace and healing. Whether through mindfulness, eco-conscious movements, or renewed humanitarian efforts, people worldwide may turn inward in search of answers. Debunking Nostradamus's legacy, skeptics' perspective. It's worth noting that Nostradamus's prophecies are open to wide interpretation. Skeptics often point out the general nature of his quatrains, written in such a vague and metaphorical style that they can be applied to many situations. Many historians suggest that Nostradamus' predictions have become self-fulfilling prophecies, where people assign meaning retrospectively rather than accurately predicting the future. Skeptics advise that much of what believers want to say, Nostradamus has predicted, could be human tendency to find patterns and make connections to current events. Yet even with skepticism in mind, Nostradamus' prophecies continue to captivate people. They remind us of humanity's eternal quest to understand the unknown and predict the future, which is a desire as old as time itself. Should we take Nostradamus' predictions seriously? So, what do you think? Do Nostradamus' predictions for 2025 hold any truth, or are they simply fascinating tales open to interpretation? Either way, his legacy remains one of mystery and intrigue, urging us to quench our ever-present thirst for knowledge and explore the unknown, seeking answers in history, philosophy, and even the stars. Share your thoughts on his predictions below. We'd love to know what you think about Nostradamus' relevance today. If you found this exploration of Nostradamus intriguing, please like and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Thank you for watching, and as always, remember to question everything and seek your own truth.